mean, hey, you started the live.
Right? Hello, everybody. I'm getting set up. I had to push the live back an hour, and I do apologize, and my fingernail polish is lifting. Oh, well. So I'm going to get it on the laptop in case any comments don't pop up. I don't need to go live. I just want to open it up so I can see comments. And then I got to turn it down.
You started the live.
Right. Hello, everybody. Come on. Oh, bugger. Sorry, bear with me. Okay, I just don't want that echo.
Good. Wrong live.
Yeah, right? What the heck did it do? Okay, now my computer, Facebook, I don't see anybody on yet. Oh, wait, I guess there are 2 people on. Comments will appear. Hello, Crystal. Oh, that comment you sent me in Messenger just now. I freaking laughed. That is hilarious. I love how the wife was told, come on, leave her alone. It's just awesome. Why are you doing this? Okay, now it should be back to.
I mean, hey, even if it's not caught up, you might still get the right comments, like all the comments.
Yeah, they're popping up over there. Yeah, they're not popping up on the phone, so that's okay. We have, good morning.
Hi.
How are you?
Doing well. How are you?
We're doing well, thank you.
We just saw you at the coffee shop.
So I'll tell both of you. I'm going to tell everybody online, and I'll let you guys know that I'm in the middle of the live, or I'm just starting a live. But if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. They're really cool about this. Yeah, I'm doing a live feed right now. We're going to make a Hotfoot Powder. So, but like I said, if you have any questions, don't hesitate. I usually try to do them in the morning before I open up, but it didn't work out that way today. All right, loves, I'm going to wait for us to get a few more people on, and while I'm waiting, get my rubber gloves on, because like I said, you do not want to touch any of this stuff with your bare hands. Definitely don't want to do that and then accidentally rub your eyes or your face, because that hurts.
I can go over there and read the comments for you if you want.
If you'd like, yeah, absolutely. And I still got a couple ingredients to get down.
Serenity says I'm excited.
Hello, Serenity. So my niece is here with me. Say hi, Zoe. She kind of gets to be my aide today and helping me at the shop, which is cool. And of course, we're going to use our cast iron because, well, I just love the way it sounds when we're working stuff.
Alexia says, I'm so happy I finally caught a live.
Yay, me too. That's awesome. Well, it looks like we've got quite a few people on, so I'm going to go ahead and get this started and not waste any more of anybody's Saturday morning.
If I butcher names, I apologize.
She has a tendency to do that. Oh, Ronette made it also. Yay. Gloves. Let's get these suckers on. So this is an old Hoodoo Hotfoot Powder recipe that was given to me when I was learning Hoodoo in New Orleans from a high priestess over there. So, and of course, this is not my recipe. This is what I learned over there, and I have permission to share it. Anytime you're going to share something that's from a different culture or anything like that, please ask for permission first. It's appropriate, it's respectful. So I do appreciate it if you do decide you want to share this. You can always make it for somebody else, but sharing the recipe, always ask for permission first. So on that note, we're going to start off with our nettle and get that into the, well, actually, let me also explain a little bit of what Hotfoot Powder is for. So, Hotfoot Powder is for that wonderful person that you need to basically get out of your life. You're not trying to harm them in any way. You just want them to go away. And this, like I said, being an old hoodoo recipe, will take care of that for you. Okay? It's been used for centuries. So, anyway. Let me get my spoon. That one's not big enough. All right. We're going to start off with a little bit of nettle. And if you have any questions, please ask. And don't assume she hasn't been approved to learn this. If she's teaching it, then she has. Very true. Thank you for, I always have to ask for permission first. And I spent 2 weeks in New Orleans with the high priestess, learning, and I'm continuing to learn from her via chat, messenger, phone calls, all that kind of stuff. And matter of fact, I have another trip probably towards the end of the year to go and visit her again, because there's another hands-on that I need to learn. So that'll be fun. Anyway, like I said, if there's...
There hasn't been yet.
I think Ronette said she's cute. We're going to break it down a little bit. We want to open up the essence of the nettle. Get it all in there. And I don't know how to make anything in small batches, just saying. I don't cook in small batches. I don't make any of these in small batches.
That's what leftovers
That's what leftovers are
are for.
for, yeah. So, and to be honest with you, I wasn't making this Hotfoot powder for, like a specific reason. I had just noticed that within our group that we had a few members that were having issues. And so that's why I had to ask if I could share this recipe, because that way the members can take care of their issues.
Alexia says, I love that we get a glimpse into another culture / belief / practice with this live. And Samantha says, I've been so drawn to hoodoo lately. This is such a timely live for me.
Oh, that's awesome. Yep. She's reading your comments to me. I don't know if you guys can hear her or not, but because like I said, they're not popping up. All it's saying is people are watching. I don't know why Facebook has been doing that lately. It's just weird.
Still firmly on the side that phones are talking.
Right.
Alexia says, we don't have hoodoo and voodoo here, so I don't know much about it besides what I saw on TV here and there.
Right. So both hoodoo and voodoo are not widely practiced over here on this side. But you go over towards, New Orleans. It's widely practiced in Louisiana, along with Bayou Magic, Old World, So I wanted to learn about it. And so I actually had to contact a few different hoodoo and voodoo priestesses over in New Orleans before I even went over there. And It took about 3 or 4 before one, and she was actually like the main elder who was like, yep, come on over. So.
I want to say it's Ronette?
Ronette, yeah,
Okay.
what?
Size doesn't matter.
No, I guess not, huh? All right, so now that we've got that broken down a little bit, and I did have to steal from my kitchen because I don't keep cayenne pepper and red pepper here at the shop because those are, easily accessible at home. So next we're gonna add our black salt. And I'm gonna tell you, like I say whenever I do my cooking ones or my oil ones or any of my other mixtures, I don't measure. I don't measure anything. If it looks good to you, there you go. If you get a little feeling of somebody telling you stop, well, that's probably your ancestors saying that's enough.
Serenity says, I need to go back to Louisiana. I love the time I lived there and the learning experience that I had. I need to hit up that little bit.
Absolutely, you do, Serenity. Well, maybe not move back over there, but at least go visit.
And Alexia says, it sounds so interesting. I love learning about other paths.
It's part of the reason why I like to travel as much as I like to travel. That's why we've been to some of these places, because I'll get in contact with somebody over there before I go over there and ask if I can learn, if they'd be willing to teach me or show me places. Like our last trip to Ireland, it was, teach us different things and show me some of the old druid and witch altar locations. So that was really cool.
Ronette says, none of us do unless you're baking for measuring.
I don't even think I measure for baking. It depends on what it is. I think Zoe and I were having this conversation the other day.
Like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Talking about how some need really specific measurements.
It's like,
I love your shop, and they'll come back to do a transaction when you're not doing the last year.
oh, okay. Are you sure? Because I can
No,
put
it's
this
fine.
on hold.
It's fine. I can come back. You do your measurements. You answer your question, and I hope that the people who need to be gone will go and find their way.
Thank you.
Maybe we're those people.
Right? No, you're not those people. You are definitely not those people. Yeah, I only decided to do this live for them because there's some exes that need to get out of some people's lives.
Oh, gotcha. A good call. I love your grade, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. They have. Okay, well, now it's just us. They said they'll come back. All right, now we're adding our graveyard dirt. Good service here.
Oh, there it goes.
Okay, we had a glitch.
All right.
There it goes.
Both of them.
Okay, looks like we had a glitch and a pause, but it came back up.
I don't know when it started, so
If someone could comment and let us know that we're back, that would be awesome. Now I'm seeing the comments popping up on the phone, which is great. And I am still adding the graveyard dirt. So far I've got like 2. Like I said, I do everything by how it looks. And then because we used graveyard dirt, this spoon is going to end up going in the sink and get rewashed because we don't want it to, we don't want to get graveyard dirt in anything else.
Serenity says, I thought it was just me. Alexia, sorry about the seeming.
Okay,
random
good.
info.
It's telling me that everybody's telling me that we're back. Yay, thank you. And seemingly random info. We always do that. No big deal. No big
Changing
deal at all.
topics is my favorite hobby.
Oh, yeah. I am so used to having a conversation with my husband, and out of the blue, he totally switches what he was saying, and he starts talking about something completely different. And I'm like, wait, stop. Where'd you go? Oh, and then he'll explain, and I realize that he's picking up something that we were talking about the day before. And I'm like, honey, you got to tell me when you're switching gears. But, no.
I make random little conclusions in my head and then immediately switch topics, so it's not.
Yeah, he switches gears on me all the time.
You mentioned something about asking a police officer, preferably, for the graveyard dirt.
Yeah, so,
So, Samantha, okay, I have what might be a silly question. What is the best way to obtain graveyard dirt? But in my metaphorical shop, go get some myself. Serenity, I do that sometimes. Alexia sounds familiar.
okay, so, Samantha, it's entirely up to you. I don't carry graveyard dirt at the shop. I have my own at home. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, for such a small town, we've got like 7 cemeteries that you can go to. And so even the majority of the people that live in our area go and collect their own. We don't carry it at the shop. I just feel no reason to do that. Some metaphysical shops do carry it regularly. Okay, whatever. So it's entirely up to you. Now, if you want to go and collect your graveyard dirt, always ask for permission first. I want to say, I believe it was Gina. Crystal, if you're on here, please help me out, or Serenity. But I do think it was Gina who did a live on how to properly collect graveyard dirt. Because if you do not have permission from whoever's gravesite you're taking it from, you might have a problem with your workings that you're doing.
Maria says, I feel like you could plant flowers at a grave and collect some dirt. And Serenity says, I believe that there was a live on graveyard etiquette.
Yeah, I think it had to do with graveyard etiquette and being able to collect. And I do think it was Gina who did the live. I'm not 100% sure.
Holly before that said, I always collect myself and leave an offering.
Yep.
So.
I do too. I ask for permission, I do it ritually, and I leave an offering. Whether it be flowers on their grave or, and it really depends on whose grave I'm working on, like it, or getting permission from. Look, if I go to grandma's, thank you, Ronette. I do appreciate confirming that it was Gina. Like if I go to Grandma Marge's grave, I have to leave tulips. That was her absolute favorite flower.
Yeah, she loved tulips.
Have to leave tulips for her. And so I always leave her tulip. If it's Grandpa Speed, I have to leave a shot of whiskey.
It's like flowers.
Yeah,
boring.
it just depends. Yeah, he doesn't want the flowers.
Alexia, yeah, our graves are closed up with granite slabs, so I can't get any unless it's from the hedges around or the path leading to the cemetery.
Oh.
Serenity, I leave
Coins, yes, I also leave coins. Yeah, as for the paths, I mean, I've never been at a grave or a cemetery that was like that, so I don't know how to collect from that. But it's probably covered in the graveyard live. Yeah, it depends on who it is. I'll leave coins. Now for this concoction, the graveyard dirt that we're using is from a police officer's grave. And I believe I added that on there, that it's best taken from a police officer's grave. Reason being is because they are enforcers. They have been enforcers. They are still enforcers. No matter what realm or what, where they are, they're still enforcers. So from their grave, they're going to help with this a lot, right? And so when I collected for the graveyard dirt for this live, I left a coin, but I left a silver coin. It had to be, a nice silver coin, and a piece of chocolate, because they don't get treats. So I left a treat.
Alexia said, we do have some stone paths leading from one road to the other, so I sometimes take those and leave an offering behind.
Well, see, it sounds like you're doing, great with that.
Holly says, I always take my
Pendulum.
pendulum, I thought so, and Tilfering, depending on grave and time, and other factors, but I always clean up headstones and that other up.
Just out of respect. And you know what, Holly, I think that's awesome, because I will do that also. If it's not clean, the site or the stone, if it's not clean, I'll go ahead and clean it also, just out of respect.
Ronna says.
But we have a couple of people here who actually do really well, and they go from one grave site or grave cemetery to the next and actually clean up the stones.
Yeah.
They do amazing work.
Ronna, I live by a
Military cemetery. Oh,
so
yeah.
that's a great place to go.
Military cemetery would be a great place to get some graveyard dirt. They're going to protect you in so many different ways. Okay, so now that we have those 3 ingredients in there, and you know what the fun part is I get to put all of this in a jar. Go to the first graveyard where I live, and no one seems to really visit there or take anything, and they
Seem to
enjoy me spending time. Yeah. And you know what? Sometimes I'll go to the cemeteries, not to, especially the one that Grandma Marge and Grandpa Speed's at. It's around the corner from our old house. And sometimes I'll go there to just sit and chat with whoever needs to talk. You know what I mean? And I'll get an offer to take graveyard dirt. And at that time, most of the time, I end up telling them, I appreciate the offer. I don't need any right now. But when I do need some, I will come to you. And of course, I'll ask again, but still. Going to a huge family reunion, and I get to meet cousins and family I've never met before. And I'm hoping to get some from my Memrathra.
Yeah, that was the one I was struggling with. I was going to take a second to try.
I can't pronounce it, but I'm thinking that they're a grandparent or great-grandparent of some sort, which is actually pretty awesome. Serenity, I love that. That's going to be really cool. I did, when we went to a big family reunion in Michigan, like all of our family from California went there. So there was like 25, 26 of us that went there. I was pregnant with my eldest son. And we went to the family's grave plots, back then. And there was an amazing feeling there. There were... Yeah.
Serenity says it's the patriarch of the family, if you will.
Ah, okay. Thank you. I appreciate that you clarified that for us. All right, now we're going to throw some pepper. And yep, I stole from my kitchen.
I mean, if you already have it accessible.
I had it accessible in the kitchen. This is one of the ingredients that I don't keep at the shop. Why would I keep it at the shop?
You can just buy it at a grocery store.
Yeah, if it's something someone can regularly get at the grocery store, and I know that they could get it fairly cheap, I'm not going to carry it here. There's no reason for that.
Holly says, yeah, I do the same with this one as the OP and open. I don't know what you're trying to say. Actually relocated and has a lot of activity. It said no one seems to take care of the upkeep. It seems to upkeep it, but I got and just hang out and clean and hang out with when I live in Michigan.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Serenity says, I love using fresh cracked pepper.
And I wanted to actually grab the cracked pepper from the house, but I didn't because what we had left was not very much. And my husband was talking about making dinner, and I was like, okay, well, I won't take your cracked pepper. And, and then he was, well, I could go to the store and get more, and da-da-da-da. I was like, you know what, don't worry about it. I won't, I'll just grab this one that we're not using because we use more cracked pepper at home for cooking anyway. So I was like, yeah, I prefer the cracked pepper. I absolutely love to cook, and I like to do my spells with it too. The trio color, the red, black, and white pepper mix, the little wonderful little peppercorns all mixed together. Oh, peppers. I don't know. Yeah, kinda. Just realized you're being your Aunt Gypsy too, Zoe.
Yeah. Oh wait, it's back at me.
Yeah, it glitched again, but looks like we're still here.
Is that Atina?
Atina.
Yeah.
I think so. Yes.
Okay.
Hi, love. You're not that late. It's okay.
I like to wake up at 10:30 too. Don't worry.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention or realizing that, Ronette, but I guess so. I'm getting to spend more time with Zoe and be able to teach her things. Yesterday, I taught her how to make a scrying mirror.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
Maria says, I live in Pennsylvania. Near the Brandywine battlefield.
Oh, that's a really cool
And the historic
location.
Underground Railroad. So there are many very old cemeteries here. I do have to say that I'm a bit wary about cemeteries. Does anyone else feel that way?
I used to be wary of the cemeteries, but now I just feel like I'm fully invited and I absolutely love it. So
I get
no
a
big
bad
deal.
vibe from some graves though, so I try.
Oh
to
yeah,
avoid
I
those.
still get a bad vibe from some graves, but I just
But majority
leave
of them.
those alone. You
And
know.
Serenity says that's the one I have, Lowell. To me, it packs more of a punch than your normal pepper, if that makes sense.
It makes absolute sense. Yes, the peppercorns do pack. They do pack a punch. Doesn't matter. All right.
There's more flavor.
Again, another one I stole from the kitchen. Crushed red pepper.
That one's more empty because it's used all the time.
I did steal this because I'm going to put the rest of it in there, and I have another bottle at the house already because I put this on my food. Well, I put it on everything I eat, just about.
You carry around a small
I-
pack of
I-
it.
Okay,
One of the really
she's
good-
making fun of me because I have the powdered one in my purse for when we go out to eat somewhere.
It's one of the
And
smaller
I do.
containers.
I do. I
She just
carry
pulls
it.
it out of her purse.
I absolutely love. How did I overcome the cemetery weariness? I really don't know. I just went one day and felt welcomed. And then I was like, okay. You know? I mean, I was always really, really weary of going when I was a teenager. And it was probably, I don't know, sometime in my 30s that I went to the cemetery again. And I just felt very welcomed. And so the being unsure or uncertain. And of course, now when we travel, we go to cemeteries all over the place.
Stop at random
Wait,
cemeteries.
yeah,
I'll be like, hey, that
drive
way.
down the road. That cemetery looks great. Let's stop there. So now I go to cemeteries everywhere. I really can't answer that question. I don't know what changed. It just was different and it felt great. And I've been going ever since. So I don't know.
Serenity says that and pepper are my best friends for my Aries War oil.
Uh-huh. Yep.
And Ronette, I've always loved cemeteries, so peaceful and relaxing.
Oh, I find them very peaceful and relaxing now. I love them. Well, done with that herb or spice.
I mean, I can't really judge you for carrying it around when sometimes I ask you to throw it on my food.
That's true. If
So-
she comes to dinner, we're back on the, red pepper thing. I do. I carry powdered red pepper in my purse. Anybody who remembers the egg cleansing, I didn't have red pepper here. And when I was doing, the aftermath of, what to do after you do your reading, how to help get rid of everything, I had to pull the red pepper out of my purse because I wanted to use it, and explained then that I carry it on me. It goes with me everywhere. I put it on my lunch. I put it on my food at restaurants. I put it on my dinner.
Yeah.
Red pepper is absolutely amazing. It helps to boost your immune system. And I have, with my son being with the girl who has 3 kids, and I count them, of course, that I now have 9 grandchildren, and they're all Petri dishes. And I'm not getting sick.
Hey, listen, I think it's the school.
I'm a firm believer that if they're in school, they're a Petri dish. And that's just,
Yeah.
I'm not getting sick. So, red pepper. And I like red pepper anyway.
Maria says, when we were looking to buy a house, we toured one close to the battlefield, and both my son and I saw and felt ghosts. And then under that,
Wow.
under that, Serenity says, I think if all else, trust your gut and it will keep you safe if you're somewhere you don't belong at the time.
Yep. Serenity, absolutely correct. Absolutely.
And then Alexia, I like cemeteries and the peace and quiet, but the only one I couldn't even approach was a war cemetery that gave off such horrifying/terrifying energy. Even from 300 meters away, I was shaking and hyperventilating.
Wow.
As I tried to get closer, I ended up just turning around and speed walking away. I can still remember the unnatural feeling of dread I got from that place. And then Maria says, 9 grandkids, what a blessing.
And they are a blessing. It's chaos when they're all at the house, but it is a blessing.
Ronnie says, I love to nap at the cemetery, so nice and quiet. And Serenity says, that's my little one's lull.
Right. When we went to Paris last year, we went to the beaches in Normandy. And that feeling that you're describing about the one cemetery, you know, with the just terrifying energy. There was still a, you know, scared energy, but it was different. It wasn't, you know, like overpowering. It was scared, but at the same time, it was proud energy, protective energy. And so, of course, we asked for permission and brought some sand home from there. And I do use it from time to time. So, take further actions. That's funny. Well, I'm hoping that if Ronette's taking a nap at the cemetery, I'm hoping that they'd at least, you know, give her a poke or two first before they do anything.
They just pick her up and throw her in
Now,
the treasure grave.
the catacombs, on the other hand, in Rome, Brian and I went to one of the catacombs. We wanted to visit like the 5 or 6 that were just in Rome alone. And the feeling that we got at the catacombs, I will never go to a catacombs again, ever. Especially ones that you're allowed to tour. The fear that we felt there was like horrible fear, and we were like, no. So I'm with you on. Oh, you want to see the catacombs? Well, I thought you said you went to a catacomb. Sorry. Anyway. Everybody's experience is going to be different at different catacombs. If you want to try it, absolutely try it. But from my own personal experience, I will probably not go to another one again. But what's weird is the cemetery above ground was all peace. But down below, no. We didn't like it. You know, and even we cut our part of the we left the tour group. We were like, we're out of here. We're done.
Serenity says, oh man.
It was pretty intense. So we decided to not even finish the tour. We told the tour guide, we're done. We're out of here.
We're going to head back up now. Thanks.
Yeah. And it was like an hour tour, and we were down there at least a half an hour, and it just wasn't getting better. The feeling was getting worse and worse, and we were like, I'm out of here.
Gotta cut it short.
All right, last ingredient is the dried red pepper, and I don't use this one as often. So, no, still need a lot, so let's open it up again from the kitchen. Like I said, if it's a spice that you could buy at the store.
Alexia says,
And I'm using Mexican red pepper just because, well, it's the one I buy for when I cook, because I like the flavor of it. Oh, I think our ladies are coming back.
Alexia says, I want to see the pyramids in Egypt because I'm so curious about the energy in and around them.
Yes, that would be amazing. I do want to go there also. I agree with you on that. All right, we have all of this mixed together. Now, I haven't done much chatting because I am trying to mix this and read the comments and stuff like that. But I did write out why we use each ingredient. So I'm going to go over that with y'all real quick, okay? So let's see. We started off with nettle. So nettle. Not only does this herb promote strength, courage, and protection, it also connects you to the energy of the earth and the natural world. Okay, so that's why this herb is chosen. That's basically what I'm telling you, is why each herb is used and chosen. Because they're all freaking powerful. Oh, I do still have one more. I just have to open the package. And then black salt, I believe, was our second one. Not only is this a classic shield, highly used by root workers and witches alike, it also enhances your spells and rituals with its grounding and protective properties, amplifying their potency and efficiency. Okay, so one of the main reasons why we're using black salt over regular salt. Regular salt cleanses. We're not trying to cleanse anything here. And I'm a firm believer, if you're using salt to cleanse, you're probably cleansing everything around in that area. We're not trying to cleanse here. Black salt, protection, that's what we want. So that's why we're using black salt. The graveyard dirt. It's a powerful conduit to the realm of the otherworldly. Perfect for necromantic rites, powerful protection spells, and justice-seeking conjure. So that's why we're using the graveyard dirt, and especially from a police officer's grave. We want that justice, okay? And like I said, they've always been, they were enforcers, they are still enforcers, okay? Then we have our black pepper. Did I already go over black pepper?
No.
No.
You went over black salt.
Thank you. See, I get myself mixed up when I go out of order of my notes. Good thing Zoe's here. She'll keep me in line. Anyway, black pepper. It's widely used for protection, strength, not just personal though. Also strengthening the spell itself or the ritual. Okay, so we're not just thinking of personal strength. We're thinking of the actual spell or ritual that you're doing. And it's also great for banishing negative energies. That's why we use that one. The cayenne pepper. Okay, so this herb primarily focuses on protection, strength, and passion. Don't let these little flakes fool you. They pack a punch in banishing people and energies. Then I have a little side note for you guys. Did you know that cayenne pepper could also be used in love spells or sprinkled on altars to enhance passion and sexual attraction? It's just a freaking awesome little herb. I love it. Little tidbit of information there. Anyway, and then dried red pepper. Similar to cayenne pepper, this herb focuses on protection, but it's also great for energy, warding off bad energies. So it literally is like the wall energy. You know, you've got it like, trying the best way to describe this without sounding like a dumbass myself. It is. It's a wall. You know, it throws up that bubble and says, ain't fucking coming in here.
You shall not pass.
Yeah, there you go. As she says, you shall not pass. Well, that's what freaking dried red pepper does. Gives me an idea. That's funny. I think this would go hand in hand with bone ink. Ooh. Yeah, I like that.
Why did you throw a German word at me?
What?
Above that, she says after the Egypt one, she threw a German word in there. Never gonna get that. Schwarzwald?
And Schwarzwald in Germany. Huh.
Yeah.
Gives me the feelings I should go there. I'm so drawn to it. I plan to go there when I get the chance, probably end of August or September. I want to hear about it because that would be amazing. Absolutely amazing. Anyway, I was reading about the dried red pepper. So it's great for, it puts up that wall for blocking off bad energies. And it adds heat and intensity to your spells or rituals. Okay, last ingredient, Brimstone Sulfur. I gotta open the bag.
Alexia says it's the Black Forest. I'm assuming you mean the name I butchered.
The name you butchered, right? I think that's what she means. I'm sure if we Googled Black Forest, it would say, yep, that's the one.
Papa. I'll be like, God, it feels stupid right now. Sorry about the German.
Oh, no worries.
It's okay.
So we have chunks of Brimstone Sulfur.
Yay.
This is not something that we mess with too much. You definitely want to have your gloves on for these guys. And I thought I was going to have to break it down, but it looks like there's some pretty good powder in there. So I'm going to try to get the chunks over to the side and get this sulfur in there. And I'm going to give you all a little bit of heads up. Please don't add water to this.
No, it's...
The reaction that water does to sulfur, it's like an explosion. Let's not go there. We don't need that. You don't need any of this stuff exploding in your face. Yeah, bad. Just bad. Keep all liquids away. Okay? We're going to go science on you. Keep
Moisture
the liquids away.
and sulfur do not mix.
Yeah, moisture and sulfur do not do well together at all. I'm going to try to get as much, well, just till I think it's good. I was like, oh, cool, I don't have to put any chunks in there. And you know me, if I'm going to go ahead and make a big batch about this, I'm going to make it good.
Yeah.
So, you got anybody you want to go away? Do you need a use for this? I'm kidding. She's a teenager. I wouldn't allow her to do it on anybody. I'd be like, you're fine.
Deal with your own problems.
There's other ways to get through things first. This is...
I've got communication skills. We got this.
Serenity says, it's okay. I love a small chemistry lesson. I love chemistry.
Yes,
and
don't
biology.
Mix this outside while it's raining.
Yeah, please don't. Please do not.
Mr. Thompson, my chemistry teacher, well, he's just a really good science teacher. He'll take us outside with a chunk of sulfur and some water in a foam cup, and he'll go on the baseball field, and he'll be like, line up along the fence outside of the baseball field.
Yep.
You can pull out your phones and record this, and he'll just drop it in, and it explodes. It's great. Foam cup catches on fire sometimes, has to stomp it out a little.
When the kids were in school, I used to love to be a part of science days, and I was always out there mixing different ingredients and saying, let's not do this at home, but this is what happens, and make sure everybody was back far enough, and they'd watch these explosions, and they were like, they'd always tell Justin and George, Mandy, tell all of my kids, your mom's cool. I was like, I'm not really cool, I'm just a big nerd.
I'll explain things to my mom, and she's like, God, you're such a nerd. Well, you raised me.
Right. It's funny because I think that all witches out there are nerds. We're all nerds. We're always mixing and creating and making stuff, and yeah, we're all nerds. We have to pay attention.
You gotta be a nerd one way or another.
You kind of do. We're going to add a little bit more of the sulfur because I want to. I do a lot of, when I do my lives, I do a lot of that because I said so.
Yeah. I mean, even guys who are really big into sports, they're nerdy about sports.
That's true. So I got a little chunk in here that I want.
Is it not working with you?
No, it just doesn't want to come out of the bag. Aha! Got it. That'll give me exactly what I need. And then when I'm done, this brimstone, because I had to actually order that when I'm done with it, that's going to go in a jar, and it's going to go in my bottom cabinet and get put away. Hello.
I'm just stopping in to make sure you guys are cool, so it's cool in here.
Yeah, we are
my
doing
God,
good.
You're a Rob Zombie fan.
I am.
Love it. I have every movie that man's done except The Munsters.
Okay. I just wanted to-
Yeah, we don't even have the unit going right now.
Just some air flowing.
Yeah.
through. Good.
Well, at least, the ladies next door might, no, they probably turned it on. That's moving up there. So they probably turned it on. They usually do.
It's nice and
So, but yeah, it's nice in here.
Okay.
Hi,
good.
thank you for
What
checking on
option
us.
are you
And
making?
how are you?
I am making, doing a live and making Hotfoot Powder.
Hotfoot powder.
Hoodoo Hotfoot Powder.
Is it? So, have you seen the little ionizer thing? You stick your feet in, it draws all the crap out of your feet.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think why not give it a try? I haven't tried it yet, but why
Well,
not?
I heard that there's something else, herbs and spices. You can put in water and it does the same thing.
Himalayan, pink Himalayan salt.
We'll draw it out.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'll give it a try. Maybe throughout the week. I don't have time this week. Alright, you. Let's
But
go.
you know darn well that when you get her in this store, it's hard to get her
I
out.
know.
Look at this bottle, babe. Look at this
bottle.
fucking
Oh.
glass. Oh, my God.
there's a lot of interesting things in here.
It's not too much. There's sparkles in here. There's never too much sparkle. It's sparkle blitz and loving it. And it's natural.
Let's go.
It's organic glitter.
Thank you. You guys have an awesome
Why
day.
was the cop always the first one to leave the
Oh,
event?
you and your dad jokes. What?
Why was the police officer always the first one to leave the event?
Why?
Why?
It's always copping out.
Bye.
My friends are gonna hate that one later. I'm gonna text it to my group chat.
So, a little bit of entertainment. I love the mood in this live. It's so fun and lively. So that was our maintenance guy and his girlfriend, and she comes in a lot. He always has to kick her out. He always has to come in and drag her out of here. She's a riot. And she always has to come in and share a dad joke with us. But he was just checking to make sure that our air conditioning unit was working because we are expecting really high temperatures this weekend.
I have a dad joke. You already heard it. Why didn't 4 ask out 5?
Why didn't 4 ask out 5?
Because he was too squared.
You're a dork. Oh my God. Okay.
I told that to my
True
math
story.
teacher too. So
Serenity, when you come and raid our shop, I'll put a bed back here so you can sleep. I'll have the guest bedroom set up. Whatever I got to do,
you
just
even
so
have,
that.
you even have beef tallow for a bit of like a face routine. before
Yeah.
you head to bed.
Yeah, we've got beef tallow. We could do a face routine before bed. You know, all the witchy stuff. I love that lady. She loves. Oh God, she does love sparkles.
You gotta
She
love
is
sparkles.
a riot. She's an absolute riot. Okay, we have all of the ingredients in there. Now I'm going to flip the pages on my notes, and that's including the sulfur.
Oh, did you explain why the sulfur was?
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. See, she's keeping me in check. Okay, sulfur. The reason we included the brimstone sulfur is it's traditionally a hoodoo protector, long honored for banishing jinxes, crossing reversals, and warding off negativity. It's used in a lot of their spell work pieces. I mean, a lot. But nothing that they're going to light on fire either.
Thankfully,
Yeah,
you did
thankfully,
get some chemistry
because
right
it doesn't
here.
do that. It doesn't do that well either. It burns and burns
It's
and
a very
burns and
reactive
burns.
chemical.
Yeah, it's just a very yeah. So, That is the reason we use the Brimstone Sulfur.
Alexia says
Ritual in the woods, dance in the moonlight. You know, normal sleepover. Yeah, normal sleepover stuff.
What else would you do with your spare time on a sleepover?
That right? Anyway, now I'll give you guys a peek what it ends up looking like. That's probably, let's see. It's pretty cool looking
Post the
stuff.
comments. Can you flip your camera on Facebook Live? I have no idea.
Yeah, you can flip your camera while you're doing the live, but I really don't want to touch my phone with the gloves because I have stuff on the gloves.
I've got this great thing called hands too.
I can't.
Can I figure it out though? Oh, I did figure it out.
Yay, pretty stuff.
I think a sulfur got on the table.
We are going to wipe down the counter after we're done, and we are going to
Did I set it
take
up
this
right?
to wash, but that's why I didn't want to touch my phone because, well, I'm not going to wash my phone. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I might, but I would prefer not to. I still need it. Anywho, I'm trying to be careful not to touch my glasses or my face. Anyway, please, 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 if you do end up accidentally touching your face, go wash your face as quickly as you can. There is a lot of just hot and heavy ingredients in here that's you're going to have a pretty good reaction to it. And
Even disregarding the sulfur, you have like peppers in there. And that's
yeah,
gonna hurt.
yeah, we're not even including the sulfur that's in there. You know, we're not even talking about that. But the other stuff is it's gonna hurt. So, anyway, now we've made Hotfoot Powder. Now what do we do with it?
Yay! I wish I had the celebrating hands emoji. You know the.
Oh, I know, right? The celebrating hands emoji. All right, so the best Hotfoot Powder, it's best if it's applied to a place where your target is going to be walking. And you need to be pretty sure that they're going to walk there.
Driveways.
You know what I mean?
Don't go to people's houses.
Paths, walkways, driveways, the threshold of their house, like their front door area, right? Porch. But it can also be sprinkled inside their shoes, just a little bit if you have access to them, or to the area underneath their desk. Say it's a work person, you want them to go away. Sprinkle somewhere they put their feet under their desk. The footwell of their car. Put it in there. Any place that you're certain their feet are going to touch. You want their feet to touch it. Okay? And then, before you're going to place it anywhere, you're going to enchant this. Okay? And per Hoodoo ritually, they use the 35th Psalm from the Bible. It's a prayer for deliverance and justice, where the psalmist is believed to be King David, appeals to God to fight against his enemies. Okay? So, full-on Hoodoo tradition, you want to read the 35th Psalm, whatever, out of the Bible. But, even per Hoodoo practice, you could recite whatever you want. I don't care if you say, make him go the fuck away. You can say whatever you want. But I did want to let you know what's traditionally recited.
If you don't have a Bible, Google is there for you.
Oh yeah, I don't have a Bible in my house.
Hence Hotfoot. Now I get it.
Right?
Samantha
So of course I Googled it, pulled it up, I read it, and I was like, oh, makes sense.
Samantha says, can it be in a common area where other people's feet touch, or do we need to avoid that?
No, you want to avoid that. You want it to be where you are absolutely sure that they are going to touch it. Because, well, there is that chance because, you're not like specifying a person's name, at least not normally. So you want it to be where their feet are going to touch it. That's why I suggested, like under their desk or the well of the well where the driver's seat, the footwell area.
Going back to that office situation, you want Robert to go away, not your new office best friend, Rebecca.
Yeah, exactly. Leave Rebecca's desk alone. Go for Robert. So yes, if you don't have a choice and you have to use a general area, then I would suggest specifying the person's name. Okay? And you could also write their name on a piece of paper, burn it, and then put the ashes inside. That would help to let the gods know that is who it's specifically for. Okay? And then also, while you are reciting whatever words you choose to use or use the 35th Psalms, I still don't know how to say that word right. Whatever. Anyway, say their name. Okay? And that's, just going by what I was taught you can do.
Serenity says she's still here just listening.
I see. And then, yeah, so there's that. So now that your Hotfoot powder is activated and it's ready to use, please take care not to allow it to touch your own skin. So, we've already got our Hotfoot powder. It's made. It's ready. We've got our gloves off. All of our things are cleaned. It's in a jar. Cool. Please put another set of gloves on before you're going to distribute it. We don't want it coming on you.
Safety first.
Yeah, safety. We love safety, right? Safety first, all the time. I don't care if you're doing candle magic. I don't care if you're doing spells. I don't care what you're doing. Safety, safety, safety is always a big thing. Use a spoon. Use disposable rubber gloves if possible whenever you're handling it. If you can, sprinkle it from its jar. Or even use a disposable brush to apply it. Okay? This may need to be reapplied several times to achieve your desired result. And that's really only because some people are more stubborn than others.
Yeah.
But don't put a lit piece of paper, only ashes. Exactly. Thank you, Ronette. That's why we said ashes. Only the ashes. Let's not add fire to this.
Light it on a nice metal tray.
Yep.
Outside without any dry things around.
Exactly. So, because it's so spicy, it'll even make you leave. Yes, actually, Alexa, you are not wrong. It is so freaking effective that you could have just done the ritual on yourself by handling it.
I like your humor. Don't worry. It's welcome here.
No, awkward humor is always good. We like that. And sometimes that's the only humor I actually listen to, And I don't have it in a jar yet because I'm going to actually grab a jar from the back when I'm done with the live, and I'm just going to put it in a larger jar. And like I said, it's getting locked underneath my I've got a cabinet in the corner, and the bottom part has my baneful herbs in it and stuff that I don't openly sell to customers. But if I have a customer that requests, a certain baneful herb, and if I have it, then I'll get it out. So this is going to go in there.
Yeah.
I keep certain herbs locked up, and this is one of those items that I'm going to keep locked up. And if someone says that they're having an issue, I'll say, I got something for that. Which, matter of fact, I had someone come in the other day who he always been the spiritual one in the family. And he said for the last year or two, he has not felt the energies from the moon. And I was like, oh no, that sucks. I couldn't imagine that. Well, he actually popped in yesterday and was like that moon incense that you gave me, and I gave him a moon incense loose blend that I had put together, and told him, kind of gave him an idea of words to recite, but said, please just make it your own. You don't have to use my exact words. And I said, and do it on the upcoming full moon. And this was 2 months ago. And then I didn't see him last month, but he came in last night and he goes, oh my God, I feel the moon again. He's all, the only thing is it was so intense that the last month's moon, not the one that just passed, but the one prior, that he felt the intensity of the moon so much that he and his wife argued. And he's all, thank God it was only during the moon phase. So yeah, I will have this kind of to the side. Are you going to sell this with? I will sell it, but I'm not going to put it. It won't be online. So I will have it and I will sell it. I just will not post it online. Energy was awesome, and you ladies were really great in making it really interesting. Did I miss? Oh, interesting to watch. Yeah, it just cut off down here. All right. On that note, it's 11:01. I'm still not taking my gloves off because I'm not done handling this stuff, and I don't want to make myself go away from myself. I love myself. And I know that sounds kind of conceited, but I do. I love myself.
You gotta love yourself to love others.
So. If there's any other questions, I have no problem answering them right now. No worries. If not, as always, pop your question in here and I will answer it as quickly as I possibly can. Yeah, and there we go. Oh, and for anybody, if you're looking for the Brimstone Sulfur, like I said, I don't carry it. It is a very common hoodoo ingredient, and you could pretty much get it online through any hoodoo shop. And the majority of them, I use 2 of them specifically in New Orleans. And I just contacted them and was like, hey, I need some Brimstone Sulfur. And she goes, do you want powder or chunks? And I'm all, send me chunks, So, but
Rana asks,
any of those will get it to you.
how much do we use? Just a pinch?
I would use maybe a spoonful or 2. You kind of want to. I would like to not have to repeat putting it in the location as multiple times if I could help it. So I'm gonna probably give it a good amount where I know they're gonna put their foot in.
So like the less you use, the more you'll have to apply it.
Yeah, I would definitely say it that way. The less you use, the more you're gonna have to apply it. So let's just nip it in the butt right now.
Maria says you can order a whole lot of things from Moon Phases, Mama Emporium, and Apothecary. I recently placed an order and am excited to receive it.
It should be showing up any day. And yes, you guys can just get on Phases. I think our website is Phases, Emporium, and Apothecary. But yeah, you can order anything you want online from us. And if you want something like this that's not, just contact us. You can send us an email. And it's linked to our personal emails, so we get all that stuff.
Alexia says the whole
Whole
jar.
jar.
Sent them to the North Pole.
Why not? Why not?
Not where they can hang out with penguins, though. Because
No, we don't
penguins
want.
are too cool.
We don't want them to enjoy the penguins at all.
No.
Let's send them.
Polar bears. Not polar bears. This isn't to harm people.
No, and that's one of the good things about this is this Hotfoot Powder is not to harm anybody. It's just to make them go away. And that's one of the things that I really do like about hoodoo is the majority of their ritual work is not to harm somebody or hurt them. It's always to seek justice. So if the gods and the deities and the universe, or in hoodoo practice more so the saints, decide that harm is warranted, then they will handle it. and it's not in your hands. Once the saints have a hold of it, it's not in your hands anymore, period. So I love that. Thank you, Maria. I appreciate the plug. I really do. And your orders should be on it there really, really soon. Yeah, awesome.
Rana says, thank you both for a wonderful live. Enjoy your weekend. Blessed be ladies. Zoe, you were a delight. I had a lot of fun. So
this was the first live that she got to join me with, but she's been more involved in the shop, and we're thinking of bringing her on. We're gonna have to have a discussion later. Yeah. Anyway, all right. Without touching my face to give you guys a kiss, many blessings. Love you all. Wow. Have an awesome, awesome weekend. Yeah, I'm gonna have Zoe touch the phone to turn it off.
Finish.
Bye.